Hello, everybody. This is Vivian Xavier. Again, this is another edition from Cinego, and we're having our discussion with artists and filmmakers, and they're going to be talking about music because we're celebrating World Music Day 2021. Today, we're joined by Sofia and Paulina. They are founders and also they program for Vinilonga Film Festival. This is in Argentina, and today we're going to be talking to them about their festival and about Argentina as well. The music scene over there, and I'm sure it's going to be a very insightful conversation with them. So, without any further delay, I'm going to be talking with them right now. Hey, Sofia. Hey, Paulina. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. How are you guys doing?
We're great.
We're good. Yeah, we're great.
Yeah.
Well, for next edition very soon, so working hard on that.
Perfect. And so I'm just going to start by asking you a little bit about the film festival, when it started, and and my curiosity about having a festival that is for film and music videos. How did that originate, and what's the purpose behind that? So yeah, whoever wants to start.
Well, we started the festival last year during the pandemic, and we were both very eager to work with short films. We both really like short films, and we do believe that short films have the capacity of exploring many different aspects of film, and through short film, a filmmaker is able to explore an idea in a different way than he or she can explore it with feature films. So we were very drawn to the variety that we could see in short film, and we started this short film festival as a way of connecting with filmmakers, and also because we both work in film in different areas of film, in film sets, and we both had seen our activities stopped, and we thought, we got together to watch these short films and organize them, and yeah, it's a way of keeping up with our activity.
Yeah, we actually Sophie is maybe more drawn to music and screen dance. This is called screen dance, kind of experimental short films. Maybe I watch more documentaries, animation, or fiction, but we kind of like the mix, and we really enjoyed showing each other different kind of formats, and just found a place in Vinilonga to share it with more people too.
And
Yeah.
Regarding music videos, we thought, well, what we were discussing earlier is that we thought that through music video, and because the music video production in Argentina is very strong, and we thought that through music videos, it's always a good opportunity for filmmakers and for artists to collaborate in a different way, to collaborate with music and with the theme. And so, as a film festival that likes to get a very small selection of short format audiovisuals, we didn't want to leave music videos out, and we think it adds up to this different ways of approaching a similar subject. And also, we think that it will. At first, we felt, oh well, it would be a very nice challenge for us and for the viewer of the festival to see I can see a documentary, and I can see a music video, and maybe a fiction film that's 20 minutes long, and they all add up to the program.
Mood, yeah.
To the same mood, to the same subject. So we really like that mix and that.
Wow. So
different aspects of the same idea.
And is there a lot of organic flow between filmmakers who are making music videos and films or short films or documentaries in Argentina? Is that Is that how it is, or are there like a segmented group of music video filmmakers and then just people who are making different genres?
I think there's a lot of directors that are interested in exploring the music video. Like I think it gives them another like freedom. It's not advertising. It's not a feature film. A music video, you can have another freedom with a collaboration with an artist. And I think there's a lot of variety here of that kind of production, like on the genre of the music, and the kind of production, like a big budget one, a small one. You can make a lot of different kind of music videos here.
Yeah, but there is. I think there is lots of at least here, as I was telling you, like the music videos are like very strong, and like they are there's lots of people watching and making music videos. And as you were saying, like it's true that there's many people working maybe on advertisement or on documentaries or any other kinds of or other kind of productions, and they do go to music video around that. There is companies that exclusively make music videos, but there's many people, many talents of other kinds of directors who go to music video just for the chance to explore and to have a different kind of creativity. So that's very interesting, because Argentina has a big tradition with cinema, and it has lots and lots of talent that do cinema, and it has also lots of talent with music. So I think it was a very natural match that luckily still is very vibrant today.
Yeah. Perfect. And you mentioned that there are production companies that exclusively make music videos. So can you elaborate a little bit on that in terms of like how their process is, or how those music videos get funded generally in Argentina? Do you think it's separate from the rest of the world? Is it, in terms of how their outlook is? Because it is a popular mode of filmmaking as well. And by the looks of it, by the work I've seen, a fun one as well. Like you can have a lot of fun in those projects too.
I mean, I think you can make it or in a very independent way. So you find just some friends that cook for the team, some friends with equipment, and friends with cars, and you make it with the least budget that you can. That happens everywhere. But if we're talking about like a more big budget, I think there's a lot of connection with the discográfica.
The record label.
The record label. So they may put a hand on the media because they're the ones putting the money. But I think it depends on that. But if you have a little bit more budget, you may be able to just pay for the best equipment, and the same people that work in cinema or advertising are the ones that are doing the Steadicam, just like a big budget music video, which we had the honor of participating to in a lot here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would add that there is actually right now there's many. I think there's a growing industry of music videos, because there is groups of like a production company that only specifies on music video, because they already have like an aesthetic that is repeated in same genres. For example, there is like trap music or indie pop music, and they specify in this kind of clients, and they have links with the record labels and things like that. Exist a lot. But those are the ones that maybe they are a little bit more limited because they have to they have a bigger audience and everything, so it's not like they can just go and do anything that they want in many cases. But as well, they have lots of within the genre, there's usually like some creativity, but like it's still like genres of like, yeah, I don't know, like every kind of music genre has its own aesthetic, I think, nowadays, and there's companies that specifying that. Yeah, and they make very popular kind of music videos.
Wow. So is my next question would be: is there one particular sort of a music video director, or is there some music video you've seen, you know, in the recent years that personally has been your favorite? You know, just because of how they've explored or blended film and music together. You know, as two separate art forms, but bringing them to sort of make a cohesive whole.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of short films, almost of music videos that I love very much. I think there's one which is amazing. It's the band is Usted Señálemelo, and the director is Luis Tachela. I think the song is called I won't remember right now. Like I can search for it, but there's just a lot of very, like, if they would have posted on Vinilonga, we would have chosen, because it's just they I mean, specifically with music videos, I think I really enjoy when they mix, like, just because it's a song, they can choose to make it more experimental or just a moody short, or they can choose to make actually like a storyline kind of so it's narrative and you want to keep going, and doesn't necessarily need to have a direct link with the lyrics, you know. We just choose, like, for me, the song and the music can propose a kind of mood or story, and just the images, if they can make something completely different, but they add and make us something that is unique, because if only with the images or only with the song, they cannot just be that specific, unique creation between the each other. So I think the music videos that I like the most are the ones that kind of try to make some narrative that it's unique to that song, adds to the lyrics. Like, the lyrics, it's not specifically what I see, you know. As well as I like very much the experimentals that try to, or like just like a narrative a narrative short that suddenly has like an experimental shift to it, like a very moody way to change the I don't know. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I think it. Yes, approximately. I can.
You can read my mind.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
I
don't know. Go ahead.
No. I don't know.
And I find the name of the song.
I think I was and as well, I think I do like I come from screen dance myself as a filmmaker, so I really like. There is always like a big like a debate where it's in screen dance, because it has such a participation with music. The line between music videos and screen dance, like where the line is there, and I really do appreciate those kind of like music videos that make. I cannot think of any case particular now, but I have seen a lot that incorporate like contemporary dance, especially, or different kind of expression of the body that is like not specifically a short film and not specifically an experimental film, as something as like what you were saying. But I really do appreciate the when music video allows you to have like a little like dance that would be like linked to dancing to the music, like the specific like link between those two. And I do appreciate like the chance to see how like incorporating a choreographer in the music video, and that what happens when there is like a choreographer and the music, and also decide like the directing of a filmmaker in that. So I think the collaboration with all of those three, it makes to something like really great.
I found the song. It's called Aguetas. It's amazing. the music video.
Wow. So, in terms of the aesthetic that's there in Argentine music videos, do you think it's particular to Argentina? Do you think it's something that stems from within the culture, like how the visuals are for the music video, for the music?
I mean, it really depends. The ones that we were telling before, like this kind of new movement, like with the trap music, that's really local. I have seen some music videos that really explore like very national symbols, like Maradona, maybe like a lot of football, soccer aesthetic, like a lot of colors with that palette of soccer teams that are really national soccer teams, but also maybe because it's a generation, they suddenly it goes to Pokemon and anime, and that's Japanese, but it's also part of how we got raised watching a lot of cartoons and anime. So it speaks more of a generation maybe than a really geographic. I mean, it depends on the genre, because maybe if you're talking about a folklore, it goes more to the north of Argentina. Maybe they explore another aesthetic more with the native culture. So we have like Argentina is huge. It's like
It's huge,
it's
yeah.
like very. Yeah, so it depends. Like it's not the same in Buenos Aires, like the porteño experience, the capital city, that in the north, in the south, it really varies on the music, right?
But I think that's very interesting that like there's different trends of music and different trends of music, and the music videos to that music relate to, like they do relate to the symbols of the generation. And yes, I do agree with the fact that the music that is getting the most publicity right now and is like getting the most audience and the bigger budgets is this music that is like being targeted to young adults. Young adults, and teenagers. So there's lots of bit of globalization there present, and so it's like a bit of a quiche appropriation of national symbols, and then there is, and you can see a lot of like symbols of that you can see that how they copied trends from internet and from TikTok and things like that.
Yeah, so it's like Che Guevara was Argentina, but then it's bigger than just Argentina. It's
yes. So I think so. But then there is like other music trends that are listened by a generation that is older, or maybe like in their 30s or 35, 40s even. And it also appropriates national symbols in another way. And I do think that if you see them, you can have a feeling like, oh, that this is Argentinian, but this is from, I don't know, another music video is from somewhere else in South America.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know how to say what it is, but there is
there was
a distinction.
There was a trend a couple of years ago of modernizing tango too, that I was not a big fan, but I thought it was interesting just to try to bring back tango, and it was called electro tango. So they use kind of the basses, but make it kind of ta, 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 ta. I already like tango. I don't need that to like tango, but I understand the concept of trying to bring it to younger audience. So there's also a lot of mix, experimental, progressive rock. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's actually something I wanted to talk about, like in terms of the, in terms of, having a little bit of knowledge about Argentina, or just about the, the wider cultural things that are happening. I personally don't have, a very deep knowledge of those things, especially about the music. So but I know that there have been movements where, especially like in the 70s or whatever, you had really huge rock stars, because globally, rock was something that was happening everywhere, and you had these movements, but you also had a socio-cultural situation that wasn't pleasant. And we still sort of explore those in cinema, and in movies like again, I'm not, it's not coming to my mind, but it was about the Pinochet regime, and the people sort of being kidnapped and silenced. I think it was a secret in their eyes or something like that. I'm not too sure. So has music been, for the most part, has it been as democratic and as rebellious as, like, say, from the 70s to now? Has there been any shifts? Do people still use music in that way, especially like for the younger generation, or has it moved away from those sort of talking points to something which is just about the music now? Are those things reflected in music videos or in the music scene in general?
Okay, I think it depends on the artist. Like, I know that Mercedes Sosa, which used to make more like a folklore, she was really into like the power to the people. She had to leave Argentina because she was
Censored.
She was censored. Like, yeah, she was threatened to, so she had to leave, and that's her position. Then you have people like Charlie Garcia, another like huge rock star here, that he stayed and he made music that was like, you had to read in between the lines to understand what he was saying. So he wasn't censored, but he made, I don't know, the dinosaurs was one song, and it talked about how they got extinct because they had another place of mind, for example, and he was talking about military cops and stuff like that. So there were like a lot of people trying to make a way, how can I stay and still not get censored? Others that, like Spinetta, like he stayed and he just had to make music for them to be able to be here. And I think I can respect like each position. It's just like a way of survival in a state of mind and a state of the government, which luckily we were not alive even, like we're not that old. But that I think from the artists from before. Now, I mean, there's no way of censorship at all. Like you can just say and do whatever. Not like in England, where you can make joke about any president, about any political. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but I don't think there is much of. I think there is a political meaning to some songs, but it's not like a. As I was saying, like the most popular things that's on the radio, and like it's interesting that that kind of music that was like happening in the 70s and like in the early 80s, it's still something that people relate to a lot and still is listened to a lot. Like it's in the radio like every day. But the music that is being made now has like other, like it doesn't have that interest of being political so much. I mean, not
Generally speaking.
not like, yeah, there is some cases, but mostly the things that you will listen to in the radio is something that like to have a good time, but it's not so like
Yeah, it's more personal. I think like
Yeah.
people are more exploring. They like, if an artist just got a baby, they will make an album about motherhood, or if they're in a very spiritual mood, or somebody they love just passed away, they make like a goodbye song, a break heart song. Like I think it's more everybody's more in a mood of a more personal journey than in a combative,
a social.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
there's no more of those like big social songs.
Yeah.
I think at least not in that sense of like speaking like
Revolution.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Does that, well, I mean, this is a personal opinion, obviously. Does that having those talking points or having those ideas to the effect. Well, I wouldn't say the quality of the music, but the permanence of the music. Like you said, that people can still relate to music that was coming in the 70s and the 80s. And that's obviously because of the struggles that were happening. Now, with more democratic freedom and, people not having to worry about those things or looking over their shoulders all the time, do you think that takes away from the permanence of the music or what it could be? Like, for, say, the generation that comes later, do you think they'll actually remember the music that's being produced now because it's not as contemplative or whatever?
Yeah, I think that's exactly. I think like there's lots of
if the song is good, for me, yeah. But I just remembered the one song I really like, Histórica, from Sarajevo, and it talks specifically about like the woman. It's a feminist song, and it's kind of a trap. So that's like, I mean, there's people for everything.
Yeah, no,
Do you know that song? That's a great song.
No, I don't know the song, but actually, right now that I think of it, there is a big thing about feminism. Yeah. Yes, feminism in urban kind of rap songs. That's very present, and that's very like that sense of the revolution and the social. That's still very present today. But to your question, I mean, there's many people doing songs and like many singles being released, and many like that. It's not so much as I think that this happening more and more of like this song is trendy now, and will the same the artists themselves are producing so much.
For me, the how much it will be remembered, it talks more about the specific music rather than the time. Like, for example, the Charlie Garcia songs, they're amazing. Rather, like if you know the specific context of the dictatorship or you don't, it's a great song either way. If you know the context, it adds value, of course, but it not because of that it's a good song. So if your song is great and it's not about social any social subject, it's still a great song. I will still like it. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, but if people will be continuing to listen, like if the next generation will continue to remember the songs that
if it's a great song, yes.
If it's a great song. But I don't know if people are thinking that. I'm just thinking about the kind of music that you can listen to.
We cannot talk about.
Yeah, it's very hard
people.
to talk. I think it's because Argentina has like it's not just everyone listening to one same kind of music.
Yeah, and it's such a diverse.
Yeah, luckily there's lots of music and lots of really good music and lots of there's lots of help for the artists and lots of support, and like people will go and support like a little local indie band or like a little little record label. People still buy some CDs and records, so it's really hard to say about.
I know a lot of musicians that like friends from high school, whatever, they can live just by making music. Maybe they have their band, but also they play different instruments in different bands. So I think like there's enough work for everybody, and like you can hear like a big rock star music, and also you can hear a small band and still love it and go watch them. I mean, before apocalypses, but but it was still an option. Like it's not, there's no shame on this band is it's smaller and they just full a small bar. No, that's if you like it, you go and you love them. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I go ahead, I have to apologize because I said Peniche, but Peniche is obviously Chile. So
no, it's okay. We understood the like what you were saying.
Yeah. But yeah, also for the people who are going to be, watching they're two different things. The military junta in Argentina obviously wasn't the same as the military junta in Chile. They're two different countries. So I apologize for my faux pas there. But thank you. So again, coming back to the music scene, and you said that it's varied, and you can actually earn a living, being a musician in Argentina, and uh, something that we've, like all the discussions I've had with other artists as well, they've all spoken about diversification. Is that something that's huge in Argentina as well, where artists, whether they're filmmakers or musicians or whatever, that they look at other avenues of sort of making money as well, like within that particular field, like so you can like you can be a musician in a big band, in a small band, or just do sessions and stuff, and you can make a career out of it. Um, is that something that artists have to worry about, or is it
I mean, I think it's like, to be honest, like, it is
This
quite
is not our area
Yeah.
of expertise, to be honest.
No, but I think it's always hard. I mean, it's not just like snap my fingers and I'm like a successful artist in any of the areas of being an artist. But there is many cases in which, I mean, it's not like, I think that many people are not troubled by working as an art, or like finding the way of of doing what they love, and also having like work on the side, like working but having like their full passion on the project, or is it music or making films, or like even there's many filmmakers who work on, they can have an administrative job and also do music videos and be really good at it. And there is not that, I mean, there is not so much trouble in that. I know there's many countries in which it's like, okay, just forget about your hobby and never prosper from that.
Oh yeah, I know. I work mostly on cinema, TV, and advertising, and I know so many first ADs, like assistant directors, that they pay their like the house, whatever, by working as assistant directors, but they have actually directed their own films, mostly documentaries, or shoot music videos. And it's one thing is a job and contacts. You make contacts with producers. They get to know you, to see you have a criteria, a good sense of movie shooting, good ideas, creativity, whatever. And that's opens an opportunity for you later. So I know a lot of people that do that. I actually do that too. Like I have Vinilonga, and I work, and also I write my own films. Like it's you
and direct music videos.
And direct, I have directed music videos. But yeah, it's you just have to play with all these different things to be able to pay your apartment and live and be happy with an equilibrium between your own projects and work that will actually pay for your lifestyle.
Yeah, but I think in Argentina, like the Argentinian artists in general, I mean, there is a whole feeling. This is my opinion. Like, I have no scientific base for this, but having lived like shortly in other countries, I feel like Argentina has a sense that like things, like if you want something, and if it's your passion and it's your project and you want to call yourself an artist, you can, and there's nothing stopping it. As we were saying, you can be like a really small band, and you can be a small band for like 30 years, and you can go play in really small places, and there will be people supporting you. And there is many people who say like, okay, I want to have a music venue, and you can go and have a music venue if you want to. And so this music tradition also makes for like, there's room for everyone if they want. Of course, it's not like maybe just that, but you can have different bands, or you can have a band and also work on something related to that. And you can be like working as in a bank, but be like, oh, I'm a musician and I also work in a bank. I know many people who are like that, who are like, I'm a full-time musician, but I also have like my job, but I'm a musician.
And there's no shame on that at all. I don't think that. Yeah,
I think there's like a whole spirit of that.
And coming back to how people they have this thing about following the passion. Is there government support for Argentines to follow the passion, to do these sort of things? Is there like a government body that would help people if they want to pursue this sort of career in terms of like education, but also once they're graduated, is that system in place for Argentines?
Yeah, there's a few that grant.
There's some institutions that have grants, definitely. Even our film school had some.
But yes, you can. It's not like an ongoing thing. There is people who do ongoing, but it's mostly like that. In the yearly, there's a few grants that you can apply for, and with like a specific project. And so that can be, for example, that like the biggest grant systems, they have open space for if you want to make a film, if you want to make a music project, if you want to do radio as well, if you want to do circus. Like they are very divided. So there is like quite an opportunity. If you are, for example, doing circus, you're not competing with someone who is for the same money for somebody who's doing music. Like there is like lots of opportunities in that sense.
Yeah, from the Ministry of Culture, like they make those kind of, it makes maybe a little competitive because there's a lot of people subscribing. Like it's not that easy to win one, I feel.
Yeah, but it's not impossible. I think sometimes you have
because
to
you won.
Congratulations.
But it's not. Thank you. I mean, I still think it's not impossible. You can also apply with many projects. Like you can apply with your band, and you can apply with yourself, and you can apply with your other band. But there is help in that way. There is also lots of help, for example, for music venues, which is also helpful in a way for musicians because there's really lots of places where you can go and play or you can go and record. It's not like everyone is competing for 3 or 4 really large theaters.
Yeah. Before quarantine, you have so many bars with a little like stadium or whatever that also couldn't support like a big band. So it's kind of a deal between the musicians and the place. Okay, and we do 50-50 with the people that are bringing, or so it works for everybody, and that's like a huge option. Like I followed a lot of bands when they were really little, and they were doing that like even like I think every weekend, and it works.
Yeah, the government really does support those places as well.
Yeah.
So there is. I mean, it's still not like a super rich country, so it's not like it's abundant of.
Yeah, and in any crisis, the first thing that goes down is culture.
Yeah.
Like I
But still, I think there is still ways of. I mean, we cannot say there's like not at all ways of helping. Like there is quite
even online. There's a lot of websites that you put like, hey, I this is my goal, and people can put money like that.
Like Kickstarter and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. There's national ones like that, or also like that. Just because Kickstarter or international ones, I think it's in dollars, and it's on the exchange money. It's really expensive. So we have some from here that you can put in pesos, and okay, people can help in pesos.
Perfect. Yeah. So my last question would be, over the course of the festival and just generally, have you come across any musician or music video, the director of a music video, or the people who are involved with that? Have you come across one that is something that you're really excited for, or have you seen one that was a musician that was smaller, and over the years they've become this huge phenomenon, or they've come to this point where you're really excited for them? Has there been any sort of transition that way, or someone that you can't wait to see how they sort of progress?
We have started like very recently, but there's already a few that we are like
From Vinilonga?
Yeah, from Vinilonga, that we still keep in touch with, and we every time we see they drop something new, we are like super excited for them.
Soap and Skin. It's a
Soap
band.
and Skin is bigger. We had a music video by a band called Soap and Skin,
which was
really good.
Yeah, from Austria. We loved it. The song it's Italy and This Is Water. So it was like 2 songs. So it was a short film with 2 music videos that made one.
Wow.
So that's also a nice mix for us. Like it's really interesting too.
And yeah, the director for that, like he had like a big like a company behind that, like a production company.
Yeah, and after we selected it and we loved it, we researched it more, and it was like top music video of Austria of 2018 or 19, and the music was the music band, like the OCT for the Netflix show. How's it called?
Which one was it?
The German one.
Yes, Dark.
So they are the
wow.
music back for Dark. And we were like, oh, okay, we have good guys, good years. This is amazing.
But also we had, for example, one that I was really surprised about, because there was, we had like a video, like a music video, an animated music video, and we thought it was really great, and our audience really loved it, and it was the first music video by this director. He's called Jairo Neto. We love him because we really keep in touch with him. He really liked the festival, so we keep in touch with him.
He's more into documentary, but did this music animated video for a Brazilian artist. And after that, we, which, do you remember his name?
Caetano Malta.
Caetano Malta. And after that, we started looking and like following this artist, which we really love too.
Yeah. So it was, I think it's also a great way of like discovering both the director and the band at the same time.
We also like to interview them, to make them questions, such as, like their process of working, of creating that specific project.
Yeah. But yeah, we came across, like, we are very surprised by the level of the music videos that we receive are like really surprising. We never thought that we would get so many, because we thought like, oh, it's like, maybe if you make a music video, you are not so interested in looking for short film festivals. And we are really pleased with the ones that we receive. I think they're really good in general.
Yeah. They make a good mix to maybe sometimes decompress on some long or heavy short films, like a drama, and then you put like some music. And so it's because when we do each edition of the Vinilonga, we make not only the selection, but like the way of watching it. Like we propose our journey through the whole program. And it's always nice, like the music video usually just goes to a moment, which is super nice for me. Like that's like, people usually love them on the in between like fictional narration short films. It was a nice surprise.
But it's also like not only like, oh, let's just put some random music. It's it goes with, and it's still like, for example, this animated music video or the one of Soap and Skin, like they are like really, really high quality, and it's like, and they were in the same edition. Yeah. And they are like, they have like absolutely opposite kind of aesthetics and opposite techniques even. And it's really interesting to have them both together, and something that we love about Vinilonga, being able to put all of this together with something else, and like they all make like a great, like a great thing all together.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking out the time and talking to me today, talking to Cinego Shots. I've seen, some of the stuff on there on Vinilonga. It's phenomenal, to see the quality, the work, and how it's all put together. It certainly is inspiring for someone like me as well as a creative. So, thank you so much. I cannot wait for the other editions and for everything that you guys put out, and I can't wait to see the films that you also make. The music videos and all of that. So. thank you once again, and you guys have a great rest of the day. Stay safe, and take care.
Thank you, Vivian.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye.